Okay, this is gonna be really weird because I haven't used photo booth in a really long time. This is the only way I can record anything because I'm not recording on my camera. So yeah, this is going to be your freshman advice video. Also has some ideas for what you need for school supplies because I went school supply shopping this weekend. I'm gonna start with school supplies, just got it next to me. And this is all just stuff that I use. It's not like a requirement, and you should always wait for your teachers to tell you what they want for your class. But it makes my life easier just to have it all ready, and I know what works for me. So if you want to try it, you can. If you don't want to try it, that's up to you. So in my backpack next to me, it's really heavy because I have everything in it. So for one, you need a backpack, and I don't mean like one of these tiny backpacks. Like I have this one. You don't need something this small. You need something that can carry binders and all your homework and folders and all that stuff. You need something that can carry it all. So I'm just going to show you an example of one of my binders. This one I'm using for Gov this year. So I have a regular binder. It's a D-ring because it makes it easier to open and hold. You can hold more with it. I have different dividers that have pockets in them. So if you get paperwork that has doesn't have holes in it, you can put it in there. And you can divide things by section. So if it's like an English class, you can have like vocabulary and worksheets and all that stuff. And I always keep paper in each of my binders because you don't want to be that person that's always asking people for paper. Honestly, don't like those people. And by the way, for paper, do not buy wide roll paper. It's actually a huge pet peeve of mine. If someone gives me wide roll paper, I'm just like, why do you have this? I just buy 150 sheets of college ruled paper. So easy to get. Just do college ruled. You're not in elementary school anymore. Do not use wide ruled paper. Also, depending on your classes, so I'm taking 3 business classes this year, so I don't really need binders for those classes because they're low workload. So I have folders. I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but I have 3 folders, just different colors. You should always use different colors so you know which classes they're for. So you don't want 3 of the same color binder, because then you'd be on purple days you might bring the wrong binder or something. So I just get ones with pockets again. These things are really helpful to keep everything all together. But yeah. Then what else do I have? I also label all my stuff. So this has my name and the class period on it. Well, not class period, the class that I'm in. I also have notebooks and that I use for, I don't take notes in my notebooks normally unless it's required by a class. Sorry, my backpack keeps falling over. But I use notebooks to do study after school. So I just have I use 5-star notebooks normally. Just college ruled paper. And what I do to study is I write things over and over and over again, just constantly. And I have 2 5-star, and then I got one for my college that I'm going to next year. But that's just more of a personal notebook. So I have 3 just in case. I'm not going to bring them all on the first day of school. You should only bring a binder and a notebook for the first day of school because you don't know what you're going to need. But you need something. Depending on classes, you might need a composition notebook, either like this, or if I have my other one, I don't know where my other one is right now, just regular composition notebook, depending on if your class needs it or not. For APES, AP Environmental Science, you might need it. I don't know about other classes, but that's a personal choice. Other things I just keep in my backpack that you should always keep in your backpack. Headphones. You should always have headphones. You should always have a charger for your phone because you never know if your phone's gonna die out. And some teachers are nice and let you charge your phone during class. Some people aren't, but so I always keep headphones and chargers, and I also keep I try to keep gum on me so that do not come asking me for gum. I also keep some powder, like makeup powder, just in case you get like blotchy during the day and you want, sorry, my mirror's behind me, and you want to cover that up real quick. Just a personal preference. Some people bring all their makeup, some people bring none of their makeup. It's just, you don't even have to bring makeup. Personal choice. I always bring gum. Do not ask me for gum. I will not give it to you unless I'm feeling generous that day. Other things I have in my backpack. I personally don't like school agendas, so I get my own. This is mine. It's an academic agenda, so that it's like, it has all the months that you're in school and stuff, and it helps me plan out my future because I'm involved in quite a few clubs, so I need to know when everything's dated. If you want to use the school agenda, that's fine, your choice. I personally don't work well with those, but you should use an agenda because it helps you keep everything in track. And if you don't want to use an agenda, then you should write everything down somewhere, like it's on your phone, just somewhere. I like mine. It's floral, it's pretty. You should always keep, oh, there are my headphones. You should always keep your graphing calculator. If you don't already have one, then you need to get one, because no matter what class you're in, like every single math class, you need a graphing calculator. That goes from algebra to calculus. I don't know if there's anything past calculus and stat. I'm sure they've updated it since I got mine, but I have the TI-84. It's nice. It works for me. You can have the electronic ones, but like those aren't my thing. Then I always grab it all at once. I always keep like school supplies on me. Some people like all their school supplies. I have normally 5 highlighters, sometimes less. Depending on the class, you might need multiple highlighters, so you can separate information, and you can use it, like, you can make it like a little code at the top of your paper, like, of what each color means. Helpful for me. You should always have a blue, black, and red pen. Normally teachers, if you do like student correcting, like self-corrections or like whatever, they want you to use a color that's not like pencil. So you should always have at least 2 different colors than black. Do not write only in pen, by the way. That's annoying. I know a lot of teachers who require it to write in pen. Like my AP Lang teacher required us to write in pen, but most teachers do not want you to write in pen. I also always keep at least 2 more, hopefully more pencils on me, so that you don't have to ask other people for them, and if someone does ask you for them, you have a spare. But you should always have pencils on you so that you don't have to ask people. Pet peeve of mine. I have a lot of pet peeves. That's all the stuff that I keep in my backpack. Well, you should keep your wallet, which is downstairs for me. You should always have your wallet. I bring my lunch, so I'll have my lunch in my backpack. And just make sure, I prefer to bring my binders home every day, so I don't use my locker a lot. But if you make sure that you have the right binders for each day in your backpack. Some people do homework folders, not really my thing, but like up to you. Just make sure that you have the things that you need for each class, and you don't just have like one giant binder that you can't find anything in. It's just a personal thing. So that was all the school supplies. Now I have like a list of advice that Rachel and Morgan told me a couple, and then I came up with the rest. I came up with some of it like a couple years ago, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell you some of the stuff that's on that list. Like, during the school day, you make sure you walk on the right side of the hallway. Like, it's like traffic. Like on the road, you always drive on the right side of the road, so you should walk on the right side of the hallway. Don't run. Unless you are literally like 2 minutes away from your class and it's on the, like 2 minutes until you have your next class in the schools. It's on the other side of the school. Which it shouldn't happen, but you know, don't run. Teachers will yell at you if you're running, so I don't suggest it. Upperclassmen don't care what you're doing as long as you're not running in the hallway and like running into them and being like obnoxious. We don't really care. We just like, we don't want you to necessarily like mess with us constantly, but like don't freak out if you see an upperclassman. I have had a very easy high school life because I have planned out all my classes years in advance. So like, and I change it as I go. Like if I decide I wanted something different, but have an idea of what you're doing, so you're not stressed later. It makes my life so much easier. All my friends have been stressed in the past of trying to figure out what classes they need to take and what degree they're trying to get, like an advanced diploma or standard diploma. By the way, it doesn't really matter, but like if you can take 3 years of a language or 2 and 2 of a language, do it. But really, like, plan them out ahead of time. I've changed my consonant. Like, I used to take Spanish, and then I took 3 years of Latin. So obviously that changed, and I decided I want to take 3 business classes this year. Obviously I didn't have that plan, but have an idea. And if you want help with that, you can come to me. My mom loves to make plans. I have a standard layout that she gave me that I can help you with. Just plan things out ahead of time. You'll be so much less stressed. You should definitely join clubs and extracurriculars. It'll look good for college, and you'll find people that you actually like because they're interested in the same things as you. I'm in, I think, 7 activities. My life is like hectic because I'm always doing stuff, but like I'm surrounded by people that like doing those things. So if you are interested in joining clubs, you can talk to me. I know where the lists are for like what clubs are available for school, but I really suggest joining. They're really fun. Next, don't stress about what you look like. I literally, my 8th grade and 9th grade year, I was so obsessed with always wearing makeup, and I had to dress nice every day. And I would never wear sweats. And like senior year now, I have a constant makeup routine. If I wear makeup, I wear my glasses a lot, which means I don't want to wear eye makeup if I'm wearing my glasses. Just like wear stuff that you're comfortable in. Obviously don't come to school in pajamas every single day, but like dress and wear what you want to wear. If you want to dress up every day, go for it, but like don't stress about it. Don't be the person, there's always a person who blasts music on a speaker. Do not be that person. We have headphones for a reason. So I told you to put headphones in your backpack. You do not need to have their speaker. Next. Oops, sorry, I'm looking at a list on my phone. I have everything here. Make group chats with people in your classes. I have had like 3 different classes where like we constantly are texting in the group chat, like, what homework did we have? What, like, can I have some help on something? Obviously, don't, like, give people the answers, but, like, help them out if you know it, or if you want to know something, text into the group chat. Makes everyone's life a little easier, and it's always helpful if you miss a class, then you'll know what you missed. Speaking of classes, do extra credit if it's offered. Your GPA will thank you. I do a lot of extra credit when given to me, and I have over a 4.0 GPA, and I'm doing just fine. But don't worry about your classes, because you don't need, like, AP classes in your life. That's not necessary. I am taking 2 AP classes this year. The only reason I'm taking those is because I take more difficult classes. I just enjoy them. I feel slowed down when I take just, like, sometimes just honored classes. Or, I am so sorry. My phone is blowing up. I only had alerts. Okay. So sorry. But don't take APs if you're not interested in the subject. I know people are always like, I want to take APs because I need it, like, that's just what's expected of me. Or, it's the highest level I can do, I should just do it. If you're not interested in the subject, you're gonna suffer in the class, and you don't want that. Your grades aren't everything, but they matter. Like, if you have a B in a class, obviously don't worry about it. But if you have, like, D's and, like, C's in your classes, and you're taking APs, you're seeing, obviously you're not doing as well as you could have in, like, an honors class. So, like, don't blow off your classes, but don't take classes that are too stressful for you. It's just unnecessary. You should, in those classes, instead of suffering through them, you should always ask questions. It makes other people in the class are just too scared to ask questions. Like, honestly, just do it. Don't be scared of what people are gonna think. Like, oh, she doesn't understand all of this. No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Just, like, ask questions if you have them. It'll make your life better and make everyone else's life better. Next, don't talk back to your teachers. Oh, I hate people who are always talking back to the teachers and, like, making a ruckus in the class. Like, why are you being obnoxious? It's so unnecessary. Your life will be so much nicer. The teachers will like you, and you can get away with more when the teachers like you. Like, trust me. No, don't trust. Not because I do anything, but, like, if I miss an assignment and I go to her and, like, and they have, like, the teacher has a, like, late policy, and they like you, they're more likely for you to, like, not, like, they're more likely to give you that extension if you're nice to them. So don't be obnoxious. Speaking of teachers, I think one of the best parts of my high school has been that I made relationships with some of my teachers. I am very close to my old photography teacher, and I have anxiety, so whenever I was anxious, I could go to her and just, like, breathe for a bit. It made my life so much better because I had someone I trusted. And after her, like, if I couldn't go to her, I found another teacher, Mr. C. I love Mr. C. He's my business teacher, and he's so great, and I could just talk to him, and I felt better because I had teachers I trusted. And really try to grow those relationships, because when you need to go somewhere for a broom block, or if you need help, if you have the relationship, it makes them way more willing to help you. Going back to classes, I'm going through the list. Don't take classes just for an easy A. Do things that interest you. Photography, by the way, not an easy A. You actually do have to work. These are less about school, more about, like, relationships that you're having. Do not start unnecessary drama. Don't. It's so ridiculous. It makes your life so much harder. Like, why are you doing that? If you have a problem with someone, don't talk to them. Make your life easier. Tell them, hey, I don't want to talk to you at the moment, then don't do it. This just makes everyone's life better. If there's not drama, work it out. Don't let it settle. Just please. This is a big one for Rachel. She says, relationships make life harder. That's not always true, but like in Morgan's case, obviously it does not make her life harder. But don't take relationships so seriously. Like, dating someone is not a huge deal. Like, sure, it's nice to go to a dance with someone, but going to a dance with your friends is just as good, I promise. So, like, don't let them ruin your life. Don't let them overcome your life. Do not become codependent on these people that could leave you. Just be careful about giving your all to someone who could leave. Be very careful about that. But don't take them so seriously. Just, like, make it fun. Grow a relationship. See if it works out. And if it works out, that's fine. But if it doesn't, don't make a huge deal. It's fine. You don't need to be dating someone. Also, because you're freshmen, do not date the seniors. No. I know seniors who, like, have been, like, well, they're now seniors, but, like, they've been dating people so much younger than them. Guys, it's so bad. It makes your life so much harder because they're just gonna leave. They're leaving this next year. They don't care. Just be careful about that. Don't date people that's older than you. Well, that much older than you. When you see your friends in the hallway, do not scream. If you scream, everyone will give you dirty looks. Your mental health is way more important than your schoolwork. This is a huge thing for me because I have friends who have been struggling with depression, anxiety, and all these mental issues all of their lives. And they let school take over. And they're like, I can't deal with my anxiety right now because school is taking over my life. If you need a break, take a mental health day. Like, go, stay home, talk to your family, tell them I need this day to catch up on work, to just breathe. But don't take advantage of that, obviously. But, like, care for yourself. Self-care is so important. And talk to the counselors. I know so many people are afraid to talk to the counselors because they, like, don't want it to be a big deal. We have a school psychiatrist. They want to help. So just try. Don't keep toxic friends. Toxic friends make your life harder, and you don't want that. Just do things that make your life easier, guys. Seriously. Life easier? Quizlet. Done. Use Quizlet. Make sure you do all your homework so you actually understand what you're doing. Don't just copy off of other people because you're gonna have tests on these things. It's gonna be easier if you know what you're doing. Do not skip class. That's so irresponsible, and you're all better than that. Also, this is gonna sound scary. If you skip class and you're like still in the school, what if there's an emergency that happens? What if school goes on lockdown and you're out of class? That's not safe. Really do it. If you're leaving class, you should be going home or you're switching classes. Just be very careful with your life. So, like, don't be irresponsible and, like, be aware that there are now safety precautions you have to have. You should always be taking notes in your classes. You never know if there's going to be a quiz on or not, and you never know if that quiz will be open notes. It has saved my life so many times. Drink water. We love hydrated queens. Your popularity is not important. You do not need to be the talk of the school. Actually, it's better if you're not the talk of the school. I like hosting middle lane. And this is from Morgan, because I'm gonna end it on a nice note, is always try to be better than you were the day before. That's so sweet. But, like, seriously, kind of make your life easier. Be better each day. Take care of yourself. That's all I have. Sorry for this such a long rant. Oh wow, it's almost 25 minutes right now. I hope that your high school career, your life is great and it goes a lot better than some of my friends who have struggled. I want your life to be easier, so if you need any help, let me know, let Rachel know, let Morgan know, let any of us know, and we will help you. I'm serious. So, with all that being said, go get your school supplies, get ready, because garden band camp are happening, and that's going to take over your life. Yeah. See you soon.